Hi, my name is Kazim, and welcome to my rant. So today, as usual, I have David with me, and we'll be talking about the. I think we already discussed that in the last episode, which was like how we picked the name, and so today is January 2nd. By recording this, we've been running Bear for almost a year. I think 11 months now, officially. Yeah, we're running Bear for 11 months now, and it has been an interesting ride to say the least. Frustrating many times. I think one of the most frustrating thing I think I just want to reiterate this part is getting legal papers. Like from getting a lawyer down to registering business, getting a name. The bank account is the worst. Like that's like the worst experience I've ever had in my life. Like we had a bank account since like was it August, and we couldn't access it. Like when we sent money to it, we couldn't access the money. You like I think it was November. It was November that we were able to sort that out. So like the list, yeah, it has been a very like frustrating but interesting ride. And we just want to talk about like from February, which we started there till now, what we have learned. I think David just reminded me that like the last episode we had, as the time we were recording, we didn't have any staff like aside David, Shumi, and I. So, but now we have 6 staffs, which is scary. It's a very big weight of responsibility in the sense that you have to think that to a certain extent you are feeding 6 different people. Might not be like you're the only person feeding them, right? Which, yeah, definitely we can't afford to do that at the moment. But like to a large extent, we have influence on their financial decision and how they choose to live their life, which like it's a big weight. And yeah, that's like one of the major updates. I think maybe I would let David talk about more of day to day because sincerely, you can talk to my sure. David talks about the day to day. I'm sorry, David handles the day to day than I do. So I think he can give better perspective to like contracts, handling stuff generally. I think he does that more than I do.
Is it Happy New Year, right? So, I mean, he just fed out
Happy New Year, everyone.
Kazim doesn't do anything that has to do with human relation. He hates humans. He loves code more than humans. I'm just putting that out there. So, you guys know the type of co-founder I am working here. But I mean, it's been fun. We started in February, like, let's do this. And 11 months later, we are here. The whole plan last year, one thing that I would say we didn't get in our goal is to have our products, which is something that still weighs down on me. But I mean, we had a quota of, I think, 6 million naira, and we had
like more. Yeah.
I mean, and it's just so amazing how the little thing that we said, let's start, and it sort of blows up. Regarding the guys on board, right? It's been fun because how the dream team I always wanted is what we have, where we've become a family, like the communications team to the design team to developers team. Like there's no pressure. Everybody knows when to work and when it's time to be serious and when it's time to play. Right? I think that nobody talks to Kathleen. Everybody comes to.
I'm laughing now because I would agree that there's no pressure, right? But I would say maybe like in the new year there will be pressure.
I think that's one.
Yeah, because I feel like we're a bit laid back, like to say the least, because we had times when we probably didn't even like communicate much with the staff. Although the luck we had, though, I would say the benefit we had is like we had people that knew what they wanted to do. So it's like, for example, I'll probably mention names to help. Ketura. So Ketura leads social media, right?
She's the best.
I don't know how media to generally. So, all I just know is I just see posts and I share.
Like now, yeah,
like so half of the time I probably doing maths like it. Most of the time I have to just do is like okay, give feedback to like the designer, which is Mercy, and that's all. And apart from that, those are like the main people that they just work without any worry. We have another staff which is like the interesting thing is, I think she was just the first stop we had actually. Was Melody the first?
Melody, yeah, she was. I mean, melody is melody. That's the only word. I know she.
I did interesting. Yeah, and Melody is very interesting. Let me see. So, like, what? Like, I remember the first conversation I had with David about Melody. So, I remember, like, oh, he had someone that wanted to like work at, I think, Shonington. I was okay, yeah, sure. Let's see how it goes. Because she didn't really like know much, so we had to first start from like training and all. But what just caught my attention was I would give Melody like a 4 hours video, and I'll say, okay, yeah, take a weekend, just take your time. Because my understanding about learning is that you need time to like watch the video, you need time to practice, you need time to like let it sink in. And like a week should be fine for a 4-hour video, right? And Melody will compare with the make it. I'm like, God damn, it's done. I'm watching video. You made up like,
She be like, she guys, I'll be up on.
I'll be on board again. Like, Matter, please send me the. Because in my head, I'm always like, you are doing too much. Because and the funny part of it is like, I always see myself like 7 years ago, 5 years ago, where I probably like slept like 2-3 hours just to like understand something. But at the same time, I always try to avoid people from doing that.
Yeah.
Right. But Melody just speaks like, guy. I remember because of that whole thing, and when we were discussing like, okay, we need to get these guys probably like on a contract or something like to like retain the stuff we had. And Melody was like the first person we were like, we can't lose her. It wasn't even a case of I was like, we just needed to do anything like to just to retain her. Like she's like one of the best first hire that we had.
I think Michael though, but Michael.
Yeah, right. So now the interesting thing is that I feel like I wish sometimes Shomi on this podcast because it would help. So Shomi leads the design team. Like I'll be more specific to say the UI design because he does less on social media design. But now Shuri works hand in hand with Michael, right? And so there's a thing about Shomi as a personality. Let me put it that way. He's I'm busy this way. He tries to be reserved, but he's not. So Shobi is like the cool guy, the cool-headed, should I say, cool-headed member of the team where you're just talking, guys, don't worry. Like you're like, guys, you just like the way you talk to him, you just let's ask that person like who is it. That's just always very funny. But Shobi works with Michael, right? And there's an interesting thing about like the design thing half of the time. It's like, okay, Shomi does something, and I'm having a conversation with Shomi, like, don't worry, Michael will just clean it up. I'm like, how now? Like you guys, I feel like there should be more communication because anytime I'm always worried about something anytime, like, because our product, one of the major bottlenecks we had this year was like designers actually. Like, I'm saying it out there, designers are like our biggest issue. So, and designers weren't like getting as fast as we wanted. But one thing I think I love about working with them generally is the fact that they at least had a sense of division more than any other person. Because till today we still call it a restaurant thing. Why these designers themselves understand what the restaurant thing is relative to every other member of his staff. And Michael does like a fantastic job. I think one of the first things I think he did was he designed something. It wasn't even a restaurant thing he designed.
He designed that website, I think. Was it wasn't on the website?
Wasn't on the website.
TD. TD was the one that.
Oh yeah, like started CD.
Yeah, so the
but Michael, Michael took. Okay, so like quick backstory, right? When we started off there, we started actually with one client in here actually. So we're going to help them build
a gaming platform.
Not a gaming platform. I see for the platform for gamers, like and so we built the web version, we built the admin side, we built APIs for it. So we didn't work on it. So the interesting thing is for the web version, we contracted it out to someone to help work on the design. But since we were starting up the company, we're like, okay, let's just get the mobile app design in-house. So we handed that over to the team, and actually, like, it came out very fast. That's one interesting thing. Like, I remember, because that particular client is interesting. It's 11 months, so I don't close that project.
I mean, we are rounding up the year, and this week, by God's grace, so I'm fasting and praying to round up that project.
That's right. Are you doing that stuff?
No, I'm not. But
see the person that said we're rounding up. I guess relevant. You know that. Okay, so
I think Deborah, we should talk about Deborah.
Deborah is like that member of the team that you know she's working, but you don't seem to come in contact with.
Exactly. Popular is right. She works in Thailand.
Yeah, right. But it's something like I feel like next year we should probably do better around, because I feel like most people is one. He gets the case like when we're discussing contract.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a case of we now start analyzing each person's work one way and like it's what the
Value they bring.
to the table. Like, and I think that we just help people do better. Like each week, I know everybody's personality, everybody has different personality, but
I feel like she's still like the youngest. She has the tendency.
that's how I choose in my own perspective. And why do I think it's an excuse? Because I was once the youngest person on my team, and well, my personality helps to, so I say, like, to get noticed, and whenever I do stuff, like, it's loud, but I just feel like more people should have that, because when people are discussing you don't be in those rooms.
And
You have to make impressions that people.
so she's listening to this podcast, or she will listen to it and she's gonna get it. Then Messi.
Starboy.
Messi is the designer that you have to beg to the
Nice.
right.
Although, like, I think it's where I still complaining about.
Yeah.
But so for Messi, right? I think David mentioned something today. He said, how did he put it? He said, Messi designed the blue widely. So yeah, if you see any designer on social media, like, yeah, Messi Only is your guy. Like, he's like, you can reach out to us to work with you, but like, Messi is like one of the key person behind all our designs. I think Shubi started off designs. That's one of the things. Like, Shubi started like the logo and handed over to Messi, and Messi was like taking it and
That's running with you. Remember that day that they posted something on the social media?
yeah, and also following the pattern.
Like, came to the group, was like, guys, we're following a pattern. We are following.
Had like, what did I think what chat does it do for people is that it helps you translate the tone of when the person is saying that thing, right? When I was reading that message, I was just like, this guy is passionate.
I was in the room with him. Like, it was like, but now, can you see the baby?
I was so funny. Like, I was like, you just come, I know, right? Because so like we have like, I think the pattern we have is like was it dark blue,
white, and
like cream or something? So I don't know.
man, it's usually free.
So like, yeah, because like, so funny enough, our main brand color, based off of my bias, is black. But like, I feel it just got lost in translation where we just started using blue, red.
we're trying to like,
Switch back. I know we had like 3 colors or 4 when we were discussing the logo. And black.
one thing that we discussed that we tend to not remember is why do you need bearers, transition?
Yeah, like back was like
back.
Africa home, like that was like one of the.
And that's one thing we should incorporate this year. Like, our design should speak that.
Like our websites, Michael. Yeah, our website. This is Michael. Why are you listening to this? Our website, because we're like, we want to design our website. You can check our current website. I actually like it though. Like, it's still in my eye these days. I have that issue. When I see something more than 6 words, it goes.
What you have been spoken about? Kitura, we spoke on Wonder, our
PM. I don't know. In case you want to tweet.
Wonder is that person that,
Guys, that was she's every time, guys.
like, watch the update. Like,
Yeah, so like I remember like this year when Wonder came on board. Right, okay, last year when Wonder came on board, we had a conversation. So it was more of like, we said we needed to hire a PM. So Wonder is a friend of mine, right? But we wanted to hire a PM, and David and I spoke about it. I was like, okay, we'll put like something out there to get people.
yeah.
So while we were talking, we had, I think we went back and I had a conversation with Wonder. Like, I was just thinking,
I think I should say this. So we wanted one person that could do social media.
and okay, yeah, that's true. What they want.
That's how we got Kitura. And we went to friends. Kitura, you had your friend.
Yeah, like, and Kisha works with TA, so that's the NGO that.
It's between Wonder and Kitura, right? And I was like, we couldn't pick anybody. Like,
That's true. That's how we got to 6 stars actually, because we couldn't pick one person. Yeah, and the next thing I need to work on my decision.
And I mean, they're doing amazing.
Yeah, I do this. Like, trust that I've never like once regretted.
Wanted to do more, but
Yeah, so like I even like I was going to like segue into that part, which is one of the things like it's a take home from how we ran like the first 11 months. So and I would want to give a bit of backstory. So one night, like we were talking one day, like it was just a casual conversation one day, and I was like, oh, we're trying to like hire someone, and she was like, and for you, I knew she was taking a project management course. Like, no, product management actually. Because I was even told her to take course, right? I already sent her, like, and she was, and I was telling you, I said, like, in my head now, looking back, it's a very funny conversation. How let me tell you someone that I was hiring somebody, but I was telling you her that, are you interested? Did you understand? So
yeah.
she was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm interested. Like, I'm like, well, I don't want a friend. Like, so, and that's another thing I feel like I'm trying to work with in the sense, like, being able to hire friends. Because I feel like that affects relationships. The excuse someone said was like, I'm working with David. David's my friend. Well, mine is like, I started working with David first before David became my friend. That's why it's like,
were we working? We're not really working.
Yeah, I was training in there in the shower.
You're just a property.
Okay, so like now, like pretty much that's how Wonder came on board. But there was one issue like Wonder had trust. She didn't have a laptop.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I need to talk about that. And we needed to. So basically, I think anybody familiar with like product or project management, you need to like have a way to give reports on what has happened for the week or for the month, to know how you're planning your sprints and likes. But she had that limitation of a laptop. So, but we had like another laptop that was quite bulky and faulty. Now I'm saying, because when I was having a conversation with TV, there was like, oh, the laptop is fine. We just need to do this.
They had New Year, guys.
David gave her the laptop and it was just a lot of back and forth. Like, and at some point David wasn't around.
Yeah.
Like, so it was just a lot. So, but I think one of the plans for the New Year is like get a new laptop, at least for the company, but get this
managed and
handled by one that, so at least so when the work is going to be like more smooth. I'm even hoping like, I think by the end of the year we should be able to like afford to get laptops for each of our employees.
Like a man's, like I'm just saying, I'm putting out there.
I think let's be double quote that.
Who have we not spoken about?
Who else? Like, it would be sad if we actually forget that, but
That's big deal.
Wait, sorry. Let me just count. We have 6 staffs, right? So Deborah, Kitera, Wanda, Mercy, Michael, Melody.
Yep.
Perfect.
So that's okay. Cool. Then I think I should talk about the clients.
Right.
Playing our client too. Right now, the agency part of where we get to design solutions for brands. We had a couple of clients over there.
Total of 4. I did 4.
We had Jiwa for SEO. So we do SEO. Okay, we do SEO. We do web development. Practical.
That's why you see when you
by app development.
Yeah. That's why
That's what
the software development.
Yeah,
SEO.
I'm like the project we actually did last year.
Yeah, those are you know. Like,
so we had TDE guys, which okay. We just had different type of clients.
Okay. Let me put it this way. We had the best clients you would have. Like the best. We had the worst clients you have. Not like worst, actually like problematic MPCs. And it's something I'm still trying to like struggle on how to manage, because anytime conversation around sometimes some of these clients comes up, there's some clients that I'm not so happy sometimes working with. And somehow, like, to be honest, some part of it is a fault on our part, which is one of the things like we're trying to learn on the job, in the sense that we're trying to know how best to manage our clients, manage our products. So yeah, our product and our project, and how we move on with projects. So it's like, even where I work, so I work in IT Life, right? And anytime we're having issues with any project, there's always one thing I always complain about, which is, how did you agree on timelines? How did you agree on deliverables? Because the current client that would like, it's been extended for a very long period of time, is because clear definitions weren't done when we started the project. We actually thought we did, because we listed out, these are the features I still remember, I still have the list of things we discussed to do. And when we are done with one, and the client is like, oh, I want it to be like this. I'm like, so we're just going back and forth, like really frustrating. Like sometimes I think there's something I always strive to have, this like satisfaction on working on a project. If I'm happy working on a project, I'll probably do it faster than when I'm sad working on a project. And that was one like the things where we had like it was an issue. Some of this kind is like I wasn't really happy working on those projects. So it was like I was struggling to like get it done. Yeah, and we had some clients like fantastic, like
They were just like,
that's the one. Fantastic. Yeah, so like we had a client like I think she's in the UK. Like the agency, like she owns an agency. And the agency is in the UK if I'm correct. But she gets work with like other people like from the US and like her job is just so smooth. She's like, guys, this is what we want to build, this is what we blah blah. We tell her our budget and she just goes back and she's like, okay, no problem.
no argument about the budget.
Like in fact, sometimes whenever she complains to me, I feel bad. Like it's like most simple of complaints. Like she might be like, oh, like the clients, she might be like, oh, the clients doesn't even result and stuff like that. And I'm like, next thing I call David. Like there are people who are,
Now, Kazim has found a way to just let me be. Like, he doesn't comply again.
Yeah.
And I'm the one handling community.
that's true, Sha. Like, so another interesting thing is like because I knew the clients like through church while she was in Nigeria, right? And what's it called? We talk like learn clients. But for the past 3 months or 4 months, like we hardly ever talk. Like
I tell more.
yeah, like I just noticed like because she just talks with David because the battle project is more of SEO and David's like very good with that and he was the one that actually handles the team when it comes to SEO. So it's like that we talk and like I don't get updates from you. I'm like, how far? How is this client? I said, oh, they're fine. Blah, blah. I'm like, next time we went. There was a day I actually just reached out to. I was like, okay, how far? Like, I only just get feedback. How have we done this whole year? What should we work on? And she just basically she complained and ended that conversation. I just called David. I was like, David, what are we doing? No, I'm like, doing it. I'm just, I felt like I didn't know what I was experiencing. It's like, I just wanted her to be happy. Like,
Yeah.
like I think that's one strong thing I want us to do like this year to all our clients is in the sense that get them in places where they're always happy, like they're satisfied with the service we provide, which is one thing that we like pride ourselves in. Like, it's one thing I always beat my chest on. It's like, I don't get bad feedbacks. Like, I've had terrible feedbacks in the past. Like, let's say if I work with 100 clients, I've had like 10 bad ones. Like,
Yeah.
not like so bad, but like I've had, and which is bound to happen based off on things that I've actually learned from now, like communication deliverables and these things. Like, oh yeah, like I think that's like the major thing that we had around clients this year.
I think we should shift the conversations. So I think one announcement, we want to divide the NGO 3, and I want to just put it out there that we want to work with 3 different NGOs.
Yeah, right. So if you're listening to this and you're an NGO, so it's part of our, what's that thing called?
Anyways, we
Yeah, CSR. Yeah, thank you. So it's part of our CSR. Like, we want to actually work with like 3 of NGOs for the year, like purely NGOs.
So we're working basically on your software solution, your website, or studio.
Would work with you on website issues, like, and just would probably like have a form,
Yeah.
maybe like next week or so.
It will be more out there.
And yeah, you will share more information. But like, if you can hear this first, you are probably like going to get information. So like, you just want to work with them, and I feel like it's like an essence to a give back because, funny enough, like we actually developed an system like an NGO before, but like that one runs like on autopilot at this.
We've invested so much,
Yeah, like it runs on autopilot at this point, but like pretty much for Barry, we want to actually work with NGOs.
But looking at this year, what do you think? What do you think, cousin?
I feel like that's where another episode.
I feel like we should record it now. I don't know when I hear wait.
So why are we doing this? We just understand we're going to record that episode.
And yeah, so I recorded like 5 episodes in one cuisine, just so you guys know. So what are you looking at?
Okay. Before I answer that, I want to stop this. So you guys will expect episode 2. For this, like the next episode.
How many episodes is this?
This is just one.
Nah, this can't be one.
It's just one. I was here.
22 minutes, too long.
This is what my Disney. You might still recording, right? Oh. Alright, don't worry. We'll stop here. See you guys later. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Bye.